Have your knees started making that uncomfortable clicking sound every time you stand up? Or maybe you've noticed that simple things like climbing the stairs or standing in line at the grocery store leave your legs feeling tight and tired. You might chalk it up to aging. But what if I told you that the problem isn't your age? It's your collagen. Collagen is the structural protein that holds your joints, skin, and connective tissues together. After 60, your body starts losing collagen faster than it can replace it. And without it, your knees lose their cushion, your joints get stiff, and even standing up from your favorite chair can feel like a workout. But here's what most people don't realize: your body still can make collagen at 60, 70, even 80. You just need the right building blocks. And guess where most of them come from? Not from a pharmacy. From your dinner plate. I've spent over 2 decades treating seniors who thought their only solution was medication or surgery. But many of them didn't need injections or replacements. They needed nutrients. Small changes in what you eat can bring back the flexibility and strength you thought were long gone. Imagine your body like an old wooden door. When the hinges dry out, it creaks and sticks, but if you oil it properly, it moves like new again. Collagen is that oil. And once you know how to restore it, your knees, hips, ankles, even your skin can all get a second chance. That's why in today's video, I'm going to share 7 powerful habits that help your body naturally rebuild collagen. No pills, no expensive powders, just real practical foods and routines backed by science. And at the end, I'll tell you the inspiring story of Patricia, a retired nurse who reclaimed her evening walks after 2 decades of joint pain. So, stay with me, because the next few minutes might be the turning point your joints have been waiting for. Now, let's start with the most powerful and often overlooked habit of all. Before we dive into the first collagen-boosting habit, let me take a brief moment to introduce myself and share why this message might just change the way you move, feel, and live. I'm Dr. William Hart, a board-certified geriatric physician based in Des Moines, Iowa, for over 20 years. I've helped older adults from all walks of life, veterans, retired teachers, caregivers, grandmothers take back control of their bodies one step at a time. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this: age doesn't take your strength. Neglect does. The good news, it's reversible. And it doesn't take a miracle. Just knowledge and a little consistency. At Golden Health, our mission is simple. We help seniors live with more energy, fewer medications, and greater independence. Whether you're 62 and just starting to feel the signs, or 82 and trying to avoid your 3rd joint injection, we're here for you. And we're building a community across the country, from Detroit to small towns in Arkansas, from busy caregivers in Los Angeles to quiet retirees in Montana. This is your space. So if you're watching from anywhere in the US, or even outside it, type your city in the comments below. Let's see how far this message is reaching, and maybe you'll find a neighbor on the same journey. Now, let's begin with the first habit. It's warm, affordable, and more powerful than most supplements. You might already have it in your fridge. Let's begin with the oldest, most affordable remedy that's helped hundreds of my patients over the years. But first, we need to talk about why this matters. Most people think that joint pain, creaky knees, and leg swelling are just part of getting older. And while it's true that age plays a role, the real cause often comes down to something much more specific and more preventable: collagen depletion. Starting in your 40s, your body's ability to produce collagen begins to decline. By the time you hit 60, you may have lost 25 to 30% of the collagen that once kept your joints cushioned and your legs firm. But here's what no one tells you: that loss doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow leak, a subtle slide, one you only notice when it becomes painful to kneel in the garden, or when your knees start clicking going down the stairs. And unfortunately, many people don't connect those symptoms to collagen loss. Instead, they think it's arthritis, or bad luck, or just getting old. So they pop another ibuprofen, skip their evening walk, and slowly lose more mobility each year. But science tells a different story. According to a 2023 report from the Mayo Clinic, collagen isn't just about skin or vanity. It's essential for joint integrity, cartilage strength, and the fluid that keeps your joints moving smoothly. Without it, every step becomes a little harder. Your balance suffers, your risk of falling increases, And the inflammation that builds up around weakened joints can make recovery from even minor injuries last twice as long. This is why I want you to think about collagen not as a luxury, but as a necessity. Not as something for beauty magazines, but as a biological tool to help you move, stand, bend, lift, and live with confidence. The best part: you don't need collagen pills or powders that cost $60 a bottle. You can feed your body what it's craving with real, affordable foods and habits starting today. So let's dive into the first habit that's helped people like you rebuild what time tried to take away. Habit 1. Bone broth, liquid gold for your joints. Can a $1 ingredient actually help rebuild your knees? If you've ever tossed out chicken bones after dinner or skipped past the soup aisle at the store, you might be missing out on one of the most powerful, affordable ways to rebuild collagen bone broth. And I'm not talking about fancy health store brands or trendy powders. I mean real, slow-simmered broth, the kind your grandmother might have made, and science now strongly supports. When you cook animal bones like chicken feet, beef marrow, or turkey necks at low heat for several hours, those bones release type 2 collagen, gelatin, and natural compounds like glucosamine and chondroitin. These are the same nutrients sold in joint supplements, but here's the difference: they're in their most natural, absorbable form. Your body doesn't have to work hard to break them down, it simply uses what you give it. And what does that mean for you? Less stiffness, better mobility, and protection from future wear and tear. Think of bone broth like padding for your joints, except instead of injecting it, you drink it. One of my patients, Franklin, a retired mailman from Boise, Idaho, used to dread mornings. It took me 20 minutes just to get moving, he told me. But after adding a mug of homemade chicken broth to his breakfast 5 days a week, something changed. Within 3 weeks, the tightness in his knees eased. He could walk farther without needing to rest. And most importantly, he started looking forward to his morning walks again. You don't need special skills to make bone broth. Just grab 2 to 3 pounds of leftover bones chicken, beef, or turkey. 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar helps extract the nutrients. Carrots, celery, garlic, and herbs for flavor optional. Water to cover it all. Simmer in a slow cooker for at least 10-12 hours, or in a pressure cooker for about 2 hours. When it cools, the broth should jiggle like soft jello. That's the collagen in action. Drink 1 cup per day, or use it as the base for soups, rice, or sauces. It freezes well and can be made in large batches. And here's a bonus: the same nutrients that rebuild your joints also improve your skin elasticity, help reduce leg swelling, and support gut health, which plays a surprising role in how your body processes inflammation. So before you reach for another pain pill, try reaching for a pot instead. Now, speaking of color and inflammation, let's move to the next habit, one that brings powerful antioxidant protection with every bite. Habit 2. Purple power, fruits and veggies. Why do people in the world's longest living regions eat purple foods every single day? It's not about the color, it's about what that color represents. Fruits and vegetables with deep purple, blue, or red hues are packed with anthocyanins, a class of antioxidants that not only protect existing collagen but also reduce the kind of low-grade inflammation that quietly damages your joints over time. Blueberries, black grapes, purple cabbage, plums, and even black rice. These are more than just beautiful ingredients for your plate. They're cellular armor for your knees, hips, and ankles. Here's how it works when your body experiences inflammation, whether from poor diet, stress, or simply aging. It releases compounds that break down collagen fibers. Over time, your cartilage gets thinner, your ligaments lose elasticity, and your joints start to feel dry and stiff. Anthocyanins act like tiny bodyguards, neutralizing those inflammatory compounds and slowing the breakdown process. But the benefits don't stop there. Purple fruits are also rich in resveratrol, especially in dark grapes and blackberries. Resveratrol is famous for its role in supporting blood vessel health, and that's crucial, because your joints rely on strong circulation to receive nutrients and remove waste. Better circulation means less swelling, faster recovery, and more mobility. Let me tell you about Maribel, a 68-year-old retired librarian from El Paso, Texas. For years, She struggled with swollen ankles and morning stiffness in her fingers. After we added just one change to her routine, 1/2 cup of frozen blueberries with her oatmeal each morning, she called me after a month and said, "I can finally fit into my walking shoes without a fight." That's the power of purple. To get started, aim for at least 1 serving of purple or dark red produce every day. You can add frozen blueberries to oatmeal or smoothies. Toss purple cabbage into salads or tacos. Enjoy a handful of dark grapes with lunch. Blend blackberries with Greek yogurt for dessert. And don't worry about the sugar. The fiber in these fruits slows sugar absorption, and the antioxidant load far outweighs any concern, especially when compared to processed snacks. If you want to supercharge the effect, pair purple fruits with foods rich in vitamin C like kiwi or citrus. Vitamin C helps lock in the collagen-sparing effects of anthocyanins, making the combination even more potent. So before you reach for cookies or chips, think color and make it purple. Next up, we'll move from the sweet to the crunchy. There's one tiny seed that delivers a powerful dose of collagen-supporting minerals. Let's talk about it next. Habit 3. Pumpkin seeds for zinc and magnesium. This tiny seed is stronger than it looks. If you've ever had leg cramps that woke you up at 2 a.m., or if your joints feel locked when you first get out of bed, your body may not be screaming for more medicine, it may just be missing minerals. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, are one of nature's most concentrated sources of 2 minerals your joints and muscles desperately need: zinc and magnesium. They're small, crunchy, and surprisingly powerful when it comes to protecting collagen and reducing stiffness. Let's start with zinc. Your body can't produce collagen without it. Zinc acts like a biological switch that turns on the enzymes responsible for collagen synthesis. Without enough zinc, your body simply doesn't activate the collagen-building process, no matter how much protein or vitamin C you're getting. Now pair that with magnesium, and you've got a 1-2 punch. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and prevents cramping, especially in the calves and thighs. It also helps regulate inflammation, which makes a big difference for people with arthritis or chronic joint pain. One of my patients, Thomas, an 81-year-old retired mechanic from Milwaukee, used to struggle with leg cramps so painful they would wake him up almost every night. He said, "It felt like my legs were trying to twist themselves." We added 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds to his lunch salad every day, and within 2 weeks, the cramps stopped. He even started sleeping through the night again for the first time in months. The best part, you don't need a recipe. Just grab a small handful, about 1-2 tablespoons, and sprinkle them on a salad. Stir them into oatmeal or yogurt. Eat them as a snack with a piece of fruit. Blend them into smoothies. Pro tip: soaking raw pumpkin seeds in water overnight makes the minerals more bioavailable, especially for older adults with digestive issues. And if you're watching your sodium, make sure to choose unsalted varieties. Better yet, go for raw or lightly toasted, not heavily roasted, which can destroy some of the delicate oils and nutrients. This little seed won't fix your joints overnight, but eaten consistently, it quietly rebuilds what's been quietly breaking down. Up next, we'll shift from seeds to something citrusy. It's not just a cold fighter. Vitamin C is the engine behind collagen creation. Habit 4. Vitamin C, rich veggies and fruits. If collagen is the brick your joints are built from, vitamin C is the mortar that holds it all together. Without enough vitamin C, your body simply can't complete the collagen-making process. No matter how much protein or bone broth you consume, your body still needs that essential spark to turn nutrients into the tissue that cushions your knees, protects your joints, and supports the elasticity of your skin. And here's the good news: you don't need supplements. You just need to eat smart. Some of the most powerful vitamin C sources aren't just oranges. In fact, red bell peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kiwi, and strawberries often contain more vitamin C per serving than a medium orange, and they come with extra benefits like fiber, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds. Let me tell you about Sylvia, a 74-year-old retired piano teacher from Tampa, Florida. She used to wake up every morning with stiff fingers and a dull ache in her knees. It was like I had rust in my joints, she said. We didn't start her on any new medications. Instead, she began adding half a red bell pepper and a small bowl of steamed broccoli to her lunch, 5 days a week. After just 3 weeks, She called to tell me she could play the piano again without pain in her hands. I forgot how good it felt to move easily. She said, "That's the quiet power of vitamin C." To make this a habit, here are simple ways to get your daily dose. Add slices of red bell pepper to a sandwich or salad. Steam broccoli or Brussels sprouts and squeeze fresh lemon juice on top. Snack on kiwi or strawberries with a spoonful of Greek yogurt. Blend spinach, pineapple, and orange into a morning smoothie. Tip heat can reduce vitamin C, so whenever possible, eat these foods raw or lightly cooked. And pair them with a source of fat like olive oil or avocado to help your body absorb the antioxidants more effectively. If your goal is to build collagen that actually stays in your body, vitamin C isn't optional, it's essential. It's the spark that lights the whole process. Next, let's talk about hydration, because collagen can't do its job if your joints are dried out like old leather. What you drink might matter even more than what you eat. Habit 5. Proper hydration with electrolytes. You can eat all the collagen-boosting foods in the world, but if your body is even mildly dehydrated, that collagen won't work the way it's supposed to. Think of collagen like a sponge. In order for it to stay flexible, elastic, and functional, it needs to be fully hydrated. Without enough water, your joints start to feel stiff. The cartilage between bones becomes brittle, and your movements can feel dry and uncomfortable, like trying to bend a rubber band that's been left in the sun. That's why proper hydration is one of the most overlooked keys to joint health. And I'm not just talking about drinking water, I'm talking about hydrating with electrolytes. The minerals your body needs to hold onto water and deliver it to the tissues that need it most. One of the most important electrolytes, potassium. It works alongside sodium to regulate fluid balance and keep your joints lubricated. Magnesium, calcium, and small amounts of natural sodium also play a critical role in nerve and muscle function. Let me introduce you to Diane, a 70-year-old former school nurse from Asheville, North Carolina. For years, she drank very little water. "I just didn't feel thirsty," she told me. But she often woke up feeling stiff, swollen, and achy in her knees and ankles. We started with one simple change: 1 glass of water with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of sea salt every morning. After 2 weeks, she reported less swelling, smoother motion, and better energy throughout the day. It was like oiling a rusty hinge. She laughed. So how can you apply this? Start your day with hydration. 1 glass of warm water. Add a small squeeze of lemon. Add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of unsweetened coconut water. Stay consistent. Aim for 6 to 8 cups. 1. 2 liters of fluids per day. Sip throughout the day rather than chugging all at once. Use a marked water bottle to track your intake. Bonus tips. Coconut water is a great natural source of potassium and magnesium. Add cucumber or mint to make water more refreshing. Avoid sugary drinks and sodas. They dehydrate more than they hydrate. If you take diuretics, have kidney disease, or are on a sodium-restricted diet, be sure to talk to your doctor before making major changes. But for most people, consistent hydration with a little electrolyte support can make a major difference in joint mobility, collagen function, and overall energy. Now that you've got hydration covered, it's time to talk about one mineral almost no one pays attention to, but it's absolutely essential to collagen structure. And it's found in the most refreshing green vegetable you've probably been peeling away for years. Habit 6. Silica-rich foods, like cucumber and oats. What if the secret to stronger joints and firmer skin was hiding in the part of the vegetable most people throw away? That's exactly the case with silica, a trace mineral found in the skin of cucumbers, the husk of whole oats, and even in some types of mineral water. While it's not as famous as calcium or magnesium, silica plays a critical structural role in the body. It supports collagen cross-linking, meaning it helps the body weave collagen fibers together into strong, elastic connective tissue. Without enough silica, collagen can't form properly. The result: weaker tendons, looser skin, and joints that feel less stable. Now here's the good news: just by eating the right foods, you can increase your silica intake without supplements. And it starts with something simple: cucumber with the skin on. Let me tell you about Greg, a 66-year-old retired firefighter from Columbus, Ohio. For years, Greg avoided cucumbers because he thought they were just water. but after struggling with tight hips and dry knees that cracked with every step, he decided to give it a try. He began adding cucumber slices with the skin to his lunch every day, and swapped his sugary cereal for old-fashioned rolled oats with chia seeds and almond milk. After a month, he reported looser movement, fewer joint pops, and a visible improvement in the tone of his skin, especially in his legs. "I didn't expect that from cucumbers," he laughed. Here's how to add silica-rich foods into your day. Cucumbers with skin. Add to salads, sandwiches, or infused water. Old-fashioned oats. Eat for breakfast with fruit and flax seeds. Silica-rich mineral water like Volvic or Fiji. Drink 1-2 bottles per week. Bananas and brown rice. Great complementary sources. Tip: if you're worried about pesticides on cucumber skin, go organic or wash thoroughly with a vinegar rinse. The benefits go beyond joint comfort. Silica also contributes to stronger nails, shinier hair, and more elastic skin, which is especially helpful for reducing that crepey texture that can appear on the thighs and upper arms with age. So the next time you're slicing cucumbers, think twice before peeling them. That thin green skin might just be one of the most valuable joint-supporting tools you have. Now, let's end the day with one final habit. It's warm, simple, and feels like a gentle gift to your body: a cup of anti-inflammatory herbal tea that supports collagen from the inside out. Habit 7. Anti-inflammatory herbal tea: horsetail, nettle, ginger. Sometimes, the most powerful things for your health don't come in a bottle or on a plate, they come in a warm mug. That's exactly the case with anti-inflammatory herbal teas like horsetail, nettle, ginger, and cinnamon. These natural remedies have been used for centuries, but modern science now confirms what our ancestors already knew. Certain herbs can reduce joint inflammation, support collagen formation, and even help flush excess fluid from the legs. Let's start with horsetail tea. This lesser-known plant is one of the richest natural sources of organic silica, the same mineral we just talked about. It helps the body rebuild collagen more effectively by strengthening connective tissues and stimulating joint repair. Horsetail also has a mild diuretic effect, which helps reduce swelling in the legs, ankles, and feet, a common complaint among seniors. Then there's nettle tea, a powerhouse of anti-inflammatory compounds, iron, and calcium. Nettle not only reduces joint pain, but also provides trace minerals your bones and joints crave. Add to that ginger and cinnamon, both shown to reduce levels of inflammatory markers in the body. These spices warm the system, ease stiffness, and improve circulation, all essential for getting nutrients to your joints. Let me tell you about Yvonne, 73, from Portland, Oregon. She used to rely on pain relievers every night just to fall asleep because of swelling and dull aches in her legs. I suggested she try a simple nightly tea, a mix of dried nettle, a slice of ginger, and a pinch of cinnamon. After 2 weeks, she called to tell me I slept through the night without reaching for Advil, and my legs feel lighter. Here's how to make a joint-friendly tea at home. 1 TSP dried horsetail or nettle, a thin slice of fresh ginger, a dash of cinnamon, 8 to 10 Oz, hot water. Steep for 7 to 10 minutes. Strain and sip slowly in the evening. Tips: always check with your doctor if you're taking medications, especially diuretics or blood thinners. Start with 3-4 times per week before making it a daily habit. Pair it with your evening wind-down routine to support better sleep and joint recovery overnight. This simple habit helps prepare your body for nightly repair, and when combined with the other habits we've covered, it becomes part of a powerful system to rebuild, protect, and energize your joints. Now that you've learned all 7 habits, let's look ahead, because the real magic happens when these habits work together, and what they can do for you in the long run might surprise you. Picture yourself 6 months from now. You wake up in the morning, and instead of groaning as you swing your legs out of bed, you stand up smoothly. Your knees feel steady. Your ankles aren't swollen. You walk to the kitchen without holding onto the wall. You reach for a coffee mug and your hand doesn't tremble. It's not a miracle. It's not some new drug. It's what happens when you consistently feed your body what it needs to heal from the inside out. These 7 collagen-boosting habits aren't quick fixes. They're quiet, powerful building blocks. And when practiced together over time, they don't just reduce pain, they rebuild your foundation. Let me tell you about Raymond, a 76-year-old grandfather from Kansas City. When I first met him, he'd nearly given up on his daily walks. His knees cracked. His legs felt like concrete blocks. He told me, "I move like someone twice my age." But instead of adding another medication, we tried something else, something simpler. He started with bone broth at breakfast, blueberries at lunch, a pinch of pumpkin seeds in the afternoon, and a mug of nettle tea before bed. He wasn't perfect. Some days he forgot the tea, some weeks he skipped the fruit. But he kept going. 3 months later, he walked into my office without his cane. "I haven't felt this light on my feet in a decade," he said. And I believed him, because I could see it in his posture, in his stride, in the way he shook my hand. Here's what science confirms. Bone broth and collagen-rich foods can improve joint comfort in as little as 4 to 6 weeks. NIH. 2023. Vitamin C and silica support firmer skin and stronger connective tissue. Hydration and electrolytes reduce stiffness and promote smoother movement. Herbal teas help flush out inflammation and support nightly repair. But the most powerful change, confidence. When your body moves well, your mind believes in your future again. You walk a little taller. You laugh a little louder. You make plans again not around your limitations, but around your possibilities. So wherever you are on your health journey, just know this: you don't have to reverse time. You just need to support the body you have and let it surprise you, because it's never too late to feel good again. By now, you've learned the 7 powerful habits that can help rebuild collagen, reduce joint pain, and bring energy back into your everyday life. But let's pause for a moment, because no two bodies are the same, and no health advice, no matter how natural or well-researched, should be one size fits all. So let's talk about how to adapt these habits to your unique situation safely and realistically. If you have a chronic condition like heart disease, diabetes, or arthritis, talk to your doctor before starting any new dietary routine, especially if you're already on prescription medications. For example, bone broth can be high in sodium, depending on how it's prepared. Choose low-sodium bones or make your own without added salt. If you're diabetic, be mindful of fruits. Purple fruits like blueberries are excellent, but stick to half-cup servings to avoid blood sugar spikes. If you take blood thinners, avoid excessive amounts of horsetail or nettle tea, as these may interact with medications. If you live in assisted living or have limited mobility, you don't need to cook everything from scratch. Many grocery stores now sell pre-made low-sodium bone broth and frozen vegetables rich in vitamin C. Can't get to the store easily? Ask a caregiver or loved one to help prepare weekly snacks like bagged grapes, chopped peppers, or seed mixes. If you're in a wheelchair or have arthritis in your hands, choose ready-to-eat forms like pre-cut cucumber or pre-steamed oats. If you're caring for a loved one, don't try to change everything at once. Pick one habit to introduce each week. Use visual reminders, like a sticky note on the fridge to drink water, or pre-filled snack containers with pumpkin seeds. Turn habits into moments of connection. Make tea together, walk after lunch, or share a smoothie. Safety tips for everyone. Start slowly. Don't try all 7 habits on day 1. Pick 2 to begin with and build from there. Listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, stop and adjust. Everyone responds differently. Stay hydrated throughout the day, especially when increasing fiber intake from fruits, oats, and seeds. Bonus resources. If you're over 65 and on Medicare, you may qualify for free nutrition counseling or access to Meals on Wheels, which can help incorporate healthier meals into your day. Stores like Walmart, Costco, and Aldi offer affordable options for many of the ingredients mentioned. Look for weekly specials or senior discounts. The truth is, aging doesn't mean giving up control, it means getting more intentional. These habits are flexible, gentle, and designed to work within your life, not against it. Now that you know how to tailor these tools to your needs, let's take one final step together, a reminder of what's possible when we build strength not just in the body, but in spirit too. Let's take a breath together. You've just walked through 7 powerful habits, simple, affordable changes that can help you protect your joints, reduce pain, restore flexibility, and feel alive again. But more than that, You've taken back something most people slowly lose with age: hope. Because growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. It can mean growing wiser, more intentional, more in tune with your body, and more grateful for what it can still do. I want you to imagine something with me. You're 78. It's a sunny afternoon. You're outside with your grandkids, helping the youngest one ride a bike. You bend down to tie a shoelace without groaning. You laugh when your dog tries to catch a butterfly. And when the sun begins to set, you stand up from the picnic blanket, not with a grunt, not with help, but with strength. Quiet strength. The kind that comes from caring for your body every single day. That future isn't a fantasy. It's built, one choice at a time. Like Mary, an 80-year-old retired teacher from Jacksonville, who once needed a walker just to move around her apartment. After 3 months of simple changes, bone broth, a little movement, hydration, and herbal tea, she walked into her church unaided for the first time in years. "I feel like myself again," she said, tears in her eyes, and she meant it. Now I'll turn it over to you. Which habit will you start with today? Bone broth, a handful of pumpkin seeds, maybe just a glass of lemon water in the morning. Leave a comment below and tell me what step you're taking. Tag someone you love, a parent, a neighbor, a friend who might need this too. And if this video gave you something valuable, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope and healing. Because aging should never mean giving up. It should mean finally having the freedom to live on your own terms. And we're here every step of the way to help you do just that.